a pretty good subject that we can talk about. A lot of us, married, looking to get into some kind of serious relationship or in a serious relationship, maybe talking about marriage, that kind of thing. Um, but I came across this BuzzFeed article today. It says 21 things that people don't talk about before marriage. And I thought about that. I said, that's pretty interesting because I never thought about having those kind of discussions with my significant other before, like we got married. You know, that's gonna be the subject today. Let me know you know uh, what you think. Maybe some good will come out of it. Maybe it's some bad. I like to see maybe how people do things versus the way I do things. So it's all good. Let me know who's out here. Don't have many people right now, but let me know. As I was talking about earlier, I came across this BuzzFeed article that I felt that was pretty interesting, and it was talking about 21 things that people don't talk enough about before marriage. Yeah, I'm married, but like the good thing about it is, even if you are married, it's like, did you really talk about these kind of things before you got married? Because there's a lot of things that I didn't. I mean, you might talk about it over the course of your relationship as you grow, so that's a good thing. But you know, uh, did you talk about debt with your significant other before you got married, or while you're married? Did y'all talk about things like that? And like, how did you handle it? I mean, I know for myself, like, that was the one of the challenges in the beginning, on like how we handle debt. Are we going to have a joint bank account? Are we going to pay things separately? Personally, myself, I think it's always good to at least have one joint account that you pay your bills out of, and uh, and do whatever. Cause I call my other accounts, like my play money, where like I might try to save some money, do those kind of things like that. But you know, for those who join in, I'm talking about. Let me know who's out here. Let me know who's out here. Talking about this article I came across on BuzzFeed, and I'm not gonna keep y'all long. 21 things that people don't talk about before they get married. And, like the first one is debt. How did like handle that? I gave my opinion on it. What are your philosophies on handling debt in the future? Like that kind of thing. Uh, I know for years, man, I used to handle the bills. I mean, for years I paid the bills. You know, um, and like after years when my kids start getting grown, older, I decided that I'll let the wife take over, and she handles them now. So, I mean, that's just a play money. Never heard of it. I call it my play money. That's that money that goes to my account, and I do what I want with it. You know, I mean, like for instance, my play money with my play money, what I call play money, I I pay for my car. You know, that doesn't come out of my house account. That comes out of my play money. So is like that. So I mean, if I want to get a new computer or something like that, I take it out my play money. I don't take it out my household money. So that's what like I call like my play money, or like if I want, well, not all the time, but like if I want to purchase something, hey, this is a good thing right here, you know, like what I call my play money account. Now, I'm not gonna go get my wife a gift out of our household account. I got to get it out my play money account. So I save my money in my play money account for things like that, you know. Or sometimes if it's an emergency, I have money in my play money account that I might not want to take out of my household account. So things like that, like that's what I call like my play money account, or taking over debt. But I don't believe in doing things separate. Personally, that's myself. I do believe in having a household account, and you have your little play money accounts, savings accounts, however you want to do it. But like covering most of the stuff, uh, like that. Yes, yes, my mother does call that fun money. So so it is around the same thing. Fun money, play money, like that kind of thing. So um yeah. And then, I found something real good about this article here is what are your thoughts on sickness and death? You know, as a married couple, have you really talked about that? I mean, that's real sensitive to me. My wife and I, actually, try to talk about it, and she tell you, I tell you straight, I ain't trying to talk about that. I ain't trying to talk about it. They go my hotline. Ain't nobody calling me, but I hate when that happens. But like things like that, do not resuscitate orders. Do you have some things like that? Okay, my money is serious. Now, what does that mean that your money is serious? I like that. I like that. I like a little feedback from that, Mrs. Vanessa McClam. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, it's all good. Uh-huh. So, um, oh, okay. Things you really did or didn't like that your parents did during your upbringing. Um, hey, I got some things out of that too. You know, a lot of things that like that went down when my parents was raising us and everything like that. That you know, uh, I didn't really, you know, like or some events that happened in my life. Because they always talk about you. You always hear that. A lot of things that people do is because of their childhood. Some that stem from their childhood. I'm the person that I am today because of something that happened in my childhood. I don't share it with everybody, but uh, my relationship with my children, maybe like a little different, like because of that, So, yeah. But you know, I'm out here, just talking. I like to on Mondays. I like to get out here and check on people to see how people doing. Everything like that. So, um, let's see what's up. You can see in my background there. I hung up a picture. A couple things. I got a couple other things that I want to put up there that I'll be putting up there. Later in some time. But Basically, let me know who's out here. I know Miss McClam's out here. I see a couple other people out here, like just floating in. Somebody just gave me a hi, Cortland. Hey, Linda, how you doing? Happy New Year to you. Good seeing you. Thanks for checking in. Appreciate that. So yeah, we talk. Oh man, and hey, this is something that you could probably give us a little feedback on. I ran across this article today, and it said 21 things that people don't talk enough about before marriage. I mean, do you feel like you talked about critical things in your relationship, like before y'all got married, like debt? Did y'all talk about debt? I mean, because I was saying, like I really didn't, I really didn't talk about debt all that much, like before I got married. It found out some things like when I was married, like student loans, some credit card debt, like everything like that. And I was like, man, you got to get rid of these student loans. So, hey, I decided to just go get a consolidated loan, like doing things like that. But, a lot of us, we don't do that beforehand. Or how you going to handle bills when you get married, like that type of thing. Who going to handle the bills? Are you going to have a separate account? Your account, my account, or are y'all gonna have a joint account? Did y'all talk about those kind of things? You know, um, you know, so you know, just just stuff like that. Before you got married, what things did you talk about? Because this article on BuzzFeed has like 21 things that people don't really talk about before they get married. Uh, No, we just let it flow. Man, what's just letting it flow? You know, we just let stuff flow. Okay. I mean, is it like you pay the mortgage or he pay the mortgage or you pay the utilities and he pay the mortgage, like that kind of thing. You know, like for us, we just had one joint house account. And I was talking about earlier how, like I have what I call myself a play money account. With my play money account, I'll just do whatever I want to do. Like for instance, out of my play money account, I pay my car out my play money account. You know, if I want to get a new computer, I play that out of my play money account. Like things like that. So, but for the household, we got a certain amount of money that go to our household account, and we do that. Or I was talking about how in the beginning I used to pay the bills. I paid the bills every month, like out of our household account. And then after years, after my children start getting grown and stuff like that, I got kind of tired of doing it, and I turned it over to my wife, and now she does the bills. But the funny thing about that is she actually does them better than me. And I'm not gonna say like from the standpoint of pain, but I'm talking about organization. I was not an organization. A person who was organized in paying the bills. And the craziest and funniest thing, I'm going to tell y'all this because I think this is so funny. It's more embarrassing than anything. But I keep all my receipts, right? And then when it come time to check them off, I go through and check them off. But I didn't have them in any order. My wife, when she started doing the bills, she started putting the receipts in order, and I was like, oh, I never did it like that. I mean, I was going back and forth, no order. So, and I did the years. I mean, I'm talking about years and years and years of doing the bills, and I did that. Wow, so embarrassing. Let me see. My man Damon Warren here. I've learned from two previous marriages at 55. Once I do it for once I do it for the last time, I know what to discuss and action plan. Okay, okay, good, good. So you learned from two previous marriages on how to, handle your debt and, get together on your household experiences and everything like that. Okay. All right. I got one here. I went to marriage counseling before we were married. There's a lot we didn't cover until much later. Yes. See, and that's what I think. Like a lot of people, they get married and they just, you know, they'll get that, they'll start learning as they go, you know. And because the most people break up because of finances. It's not love. They ain't breaking up because they don't love each other no more. It's a lot of times it's because of finances. Or they can't get together, on finances. That's why, like for myself, uh, I felt as though I had to have that joint thing. Now, yeah, I might put more in, or she might put more in, or whatever, but it's coming to some kind of agreement that at least, you have your household expenses covered, you know, and, like, you know, like with my play money, and I call my play money as, like my other accounts on the side. Um, I'm really thinking about diverting some of my play money to this thing called Greenwood, which is a bank for blacks and Latinos. So, I ain't gonna take that money from my household account. I'm gonna take it from my play money account and just have, like some of my money diverted to this Greenwood account because I strongly believe in black business and building black business and stuff like that. So, that's just me, but and I got that from this discussion today from a BuzzFeed article that I saw that says 21 things that people don't talk about enough before marriage. And the first one was debt. Uh, and the second one is what's your thoughts on sickness and death? And I'm just saying, like sickness and death. That's that's a touchy thing for me. I mean, really, um, uh, you know, and that's the way, and I'm wrong for that, and I know I'm wrong for that, but I'll get to that, I'll get to that, uh, later on, but it's like things like do not resuscitate, like if I'm terminally ill, don't try to resuscitate me, because like my wife asked me one day, she said, how long do you want to live? And you know what my answer was? Think about it. I said I want to live forever. And she looked at me and said, "Are you for real, Cortland?" I'm like, "Yes, I'm for real. I want to live forever." You know, um, if I could live forever, I would be one of them dudes who want to live forever. But one day, gotta face reality. I know I'm no longer going to be on this earth. You know, but that's just how I feel. So you know. So what my man say? Love isn't a feeling. Love isn't a feeling. It's a commitment. Part of the commitment is being successful on all fronts, which includes finances. I concur. I concur with you. You know, uh, you know, but you know, it's a commitment. But hey, I'm glad you said commitment. Because if you going in there, you gonna make a commitment. You got to be about a commitment because you know, um, when I married my wife, it's a couple times. I mean, marriage you had your up and downs and stuff like that. But one day I told her, I said, you know what? you ain't gonna get rid of me. I said, if we have any issues, we just have to work them out. I'm not going anywhere. Just have to work that. You just have to work it out. You know, I mean, for real. I mean, that's how I am. You just got to work it out. You know, I mean, you could leave if you really really want to leave, but the grass isn't always green on the other side. And like essence, and I've seen things like that. Like happen with people. Like where they break up and they really wish that they didn't. And I even let's see. You ever know about anybody that ever broke up and they got back together? I'm talking about they got divorced and then they got remarried. You know, I mean, it happens. It happens. It happens. So, oh man, I think I may have lost it now, but I'm trying to find this. Well, I'm talking about an article that I saw earlier, BuzzFeed about, you know, 21 things that people don't talk about. Like before they get married, and one was debt. So um, and debt, death, you know, um, children was one on there. Talk about children, like and how some people get married and come to find out there's, if what is it, where they can't have children. Either by the male or female. How you going to address that? Does love uh, does love just say, "Hey, we're gonna stay together and deal with this fertility issues," like that kind of thing, like that, because you do run into that. Is that gonna cause you, to get divorced because you didn't talk about it before you got married? So, how are you gonna, like handle that? I never forget, like when I was out here dating, um, going out with women. I met this woman, and she was adamant about not having children. So instead of trying to like we went out a couple times and got on that subject like that. Now I was like, okay, maybe you change your mind, like after you start getting in this relationship like that, and she was like, no, no, nope, nope. And she was like, that's why my first husband and I broke up. So right at that point right there, I said to myself, I said, I'm gonna have to be honest with you. I don't feel like there's no need to pursue this anymore because I want children. I mean, that's a discussion that we had. We came to like a mutual agreement, and boom, you know. Now she got 10 kids. Now I'm only joking. So, but it's all good like that. I mean, but you gotta be like honest about like your relationships and um, 21 things you don't talk about before you get you get married. I lost it on my phone. I'm hoping I can find it. Yeah. I want 21 things you need to know before you get engaged. 21 things you need to know about marriage. 20. Oh, here it is, right here. Here we go. This was 5 hours ago. It was posted. Let me see. Then we talked about debt. We talked about what are your thoughts on death and sickness. You know, let me know who's out here. Let me know who's out here. I know I got a couple people on. At least let me know who's out here. Say hello. Drop me a line. How you doing? Whatever. Put a couple pictures up in the background. So, and plus, really, I just want to talk about something, have something to talk about while I'm out here. I like to check on people, see how you do on Mondays. No real subject, no guests. Don't have no guests today. I'm hoping my guest will be somebody with credit repair, like this week, maybe Wednesday or Thursday. You know, let me know what's going on. So, hey, let me post this up here by Brother Warren right here. Uh, you know, love isn't a feeling, it's a commitment. Is love a commitment? Part of the commitment is being successful on all fronts, which includes finances. Yeah. Uh-huh. Okay. I like this one. All relationships are constant renegotiations. Hey Lydia, how you doing? Thanks for giving me this comment. I really like that. I think that's powerful. Cause you know, all relationships are constant renegotiations. Yes, and I strongly believe that you have to have that, renegotiations, be able to communicate. That's all part of communication right there. Um, so definitely so. What y'all feel about household chores, marriage and the household chores? Man, cut the grass, take out the trash. Uh, Women, I know, I know. My daughters, they will not cut the grass. They say that's a man's job. But some of my kids' girlfriends cut the grass. So it depends. But what you feel about that? Household chores and the marriage, should it be cleaning? Is cleaning 50-50, cooking 50-50? I know for myself, uh, I do most of the cooking. Okay. Hey, love is action. You know, love is action. That's a good point there too, uh, brother Davis. Love is action. Um, so but action. Hope is action. Faith is action. Like all these things are, like action. So I definitely feel you on that. But I don't know how long you've been on, but we've been talking about 21 things that people don't talk enough about before marriage, and one was debt. The other one was your thoughts on sickness and death, uh, about your upbringing, and like in the household chores. It was 21 things. We're not going to go through all of them, but I mean, what's important to you? I mean, if you're thinking about getting married or married, so you know, you know, yeah, you just got on. That's cool. That's why like I go back, and talk about what we talking about. So um, it's all good. Yeah, all relationships are constant. Okay, okay, all right. I like that one. All all relationships are constant renegotiations. Uh, you know, Brother Warren had one out here. You know, love isn't a feeling; it's a commitment. And that's what I think. Too. You talk about marriage and commitment. Some people, their thoughts on commitment is different. I mean, really. I mean, for me, my commitment was like forever. I always said that, I was only going to get married once, and that's it for me. I've been married, 29 years now. So, like that's been a big thing for me. Once I made that commitment, I was serious about it. So, um, but before I got married, did I talk about some of these things like finances and debt. I didn't sit down and talk to my fiance about uh, what's your debt like. I didn't. I didn't. Well, we didn't talk about how when we first got married, how we was going to handle the bills. Matter of fact, when we first got married, that was one of the major issues between us was payday. And then after a while, we came to an agreement, like that we was going to have a house account, and then we have our other accounts as we see fit. I call mine's my play money account, because I do what I want to do with my money in my play money account. But it's certain things like sometimes, like for instance, I was saying that I pay my car out of my play money account. I don't take that out my household account. Or if I want to get my wife uh, a Christmas gift, a birthday gift, like that kind of stuff, I will not take that out the household account. The household account is for the household. Um, like that. Uh, One of the things I will do when right, seven most important things. Seven most important things. Okay, okay, that's good. That's good. Um, yeah. What are those important things? Is debt one of those important things? How the bills will be split. Like those kind of things. Family expectations and boundaries. Hey, that's a good one right there. Uh, like the holidays. How do you handle your holidays between family? Because I know like for us, excuse me, Christmas. I never go home for Christmas. Never. As long as I'm married, and once I start having kids, I never go home for Christmas because of my children. You know, and my mom always asked me, "You coming home for Christmas? Come home for Christmas?" No, mom, I'm not coming home for Christmas. You know. Oh, Courtney, what I'm talking about? I'm talking about um, this article, this BuzzFeed article that I saw today, and it says 21 things that people don't talk about enough before they get married. And they had 21 things, and I'm just talking about a few of them, like debt, sickness, like household chores, maybe, uh, deciding where to live, like those kind of things. Cause that's funny. That's funny when you talk about deciding where to live. I actually I actually moved down in the DMV before I got married. And when I moved down here, I wasn't with like my spouse, you know. But the funny thing is, when we were house shopping, it was like where we gonna live because like my mother-in-law was like, if we move here, she never coming over to my house or our house. So we had to find a neutral place because of my house. Now, what are you talking about, Courtney? Actually liking the person. You know, I'm going to put my matchmaking skills to you for you. I'm gonna have like that little split screen thing where it's going me, be me, you, and Mr. Forever on there, and we gonna play a little dating game. What you think? You down for that? But we not gonna get on my matchmaking skills right now. hmm Let's see what Brother David said. Each one and start eliminating each one until you get the first one, which is the number one most important thing. Hmm. Okay. No court. Oh my gosh, man, boy! I tell you, I can't win in that subject. But like that's what we're talking about today, Courtney. We're just talking about those 21 things, 21 things that people don't talk about enough before they get married, and like one is debt. you know, uh, or like let's see, what else? What's another one? What's another one out here? How do you deal with annoying situations? You know, that's the mm, how do you deal with annoying situations? Um, I just recently faced an annoying situation, and you know how and maybe I was kind of wrong, but like I just I just chill. It's like, man, I ain't got time for it. You know what I mean? I wish I could have went out on my porch and smoked a cigar, man. But it's too cold out. Like that. You see what I'm saying? Uh, okay. Somebody said, I think. Okay, I think you need to know someone's past. It plays a big role in how they behave now. Right, right, right. But you got to sit down and you got to talk about that. You got to really get to know that person, right? That's not that's something that you find out about. You know, um, just meeting and talking and hanging out, like that. You see what I'm saying? Uh, I like this one when I ask how you deal with annoying situations with patience. Yes, I think that's what I did yesterday. I was patient. Yes, yes, you gotta be patient. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And communication is huge. Yes, 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 yes. Yes, yes, yes. But and communication is huge, especially like when you're dealing with finances and coming up with those expectations and boundaries. I mean, I know I sit down and talk about things with people that's married, like and everything like that, and they talk about their finances or how like they dealing with their finances, like and stuff like that. But it all involves communicating with your spouse. Hmm. Yes, yes. Patience and communication come together. Yes, I agree with that. You know, okay. Who is going to be the main breadwinner? Are you willing to follow someone's job if they have to move? You know, are you willing to do that? You know, I mean, for me, I was pretty much settled in the area that I'm in. You know, job settled in my job. Like everything like that. And I didn't have that problem, but like a lot of people, they have they might be married to somebody in the service, and they move around a lot. So that's important. That's important. And another one that's important for me now right now is how will you spend your retirement? You know, how will you do that? Uh, I'm coming up on that because like I'm thinking about retiring. Chilling, tired of going to work every day. You know, and it's like I had to talk about that. We have to talk about that. Hmm. Let's see. That was big in my last relationship. He had an issue because I made a lot more money and he was still trying to figure it out. Some men can't handle that. That's true. That's true. Some men can't handle that, but I'm gonna tell you something about me. I can handle it. I ain't got no problem with a woman making more money than me. Just as long as we come in agreement. And matter of fact, now you're gonna get me on a tangent right here for a minute. And a lot of these females, I'm talking about, black females, like need to really think about this. You know, um, and I'm not making any excuses. like, or anything like that. But a lot of times, um, like money, the situation is stacked against the black man. I mean, because I'm just looking at it as a whole. Like a lot of black women, they're getting these COO jobs, these CEO jobs. They getting the jobs with the money. You see what I'm saying? Not the brothers, but it's all to me. It's all a systematic thing. Maybe it'll change over like the next few years because our leadership in office and stuff like that. But I see where like a, a lot of these black men aren't getting the opportunity. They may have the skills, the knowledge, and everything like that, but they not, and it's going to the black woman. So don't get your head all big because you're making more money than your man. It's about coming together. You know, you see what I'm saying? Um, that's my thing. Can you be married and your wife live in one state and you live in the other? Possible, possible. But I don't know. I mean, I can't answer on that because I think that like if it was me, I would want to be together, and I mean, we would have to talk about like that sacrifice. You see what I'm saying? Because hey, it's a lot of lonely and a lot of cold nights. Just gonna be real with you. You know, hey, I watch TV. No, but I mean, serious man. Like really. Like for me, I don't think a long distance relationship, like would work for me. But if it worked for you, hey, it worked. It's good. That's good. Long distance marriage, but I don't know. I don't know about long distance marriage. Um, yeah. So it's those things like that. But I mean, what what we're talking about here is an article that I saw just happened to come across on BuzzFeed today, and is 21 things that people don't talk enough about before marriage. Like we talked about debt, thoughts on sickness and death, like to death do you part, like that kind of thing. Um, I believe in that, don't want to, really don't want to, nobody wants to go through it, but you may have to go through it in life, household chores. Um, I think, like household chores is just sort of like an automatic type thing, Um, like I may cut the grass, take out the trash. Well, pretty much everybody take out the trash when it's limited, but for the most part, you know, men take out the trash. But like cutting the grass, my daughter's not gonna cut no grass. My wife ain't. My wife, I don't think my wife ever touched the lawnmower. Like that. The thing, deciding where to live, how bills will be split, like that kind of thing. Like I was telling people that I believe in a joint account, a household account, and then having your little play money, like that kind of thing, like that. Family expectations and boundaries. Uh, what are your love languages? Hmm. Do any of y'all have love languages? What are y'all love languages? Do you know what that means? Knowing more than the four words, actions, touching, gifts is very important. My parents both give gifts, but it's different ways that create strife. My dad likes to give frivolous, expensive gifts, while my mom likes to get things from people that they ask for. Mm. That's good, because you know what? I am a terrible, gift giver. I need some help with giving gifts. Birthday gifts for my wife, Christmas gifts for my wife. I'm at the point where, like with my children, I just get money, stuff like that. So, I gotta get better about that, Uh, you know, oh, here's a good one. Here's a good one. You know, like that you talk about. Like before you get married, like pets. Who's in the pets? Like having a dog or a cat. You know, uh, myself, I had a dog. I had dogs when I was growing up. But after my last dog passed away, I decided that I never want any more animals again. That's that's been kind of thing that's going back and forth. Like in my family for years. Everybody want a dog, but I don't want a dog. Don't want to do it no more. You know, miss my little chant. Like that. But no more dog. Hey, here's a good one because is this time is now. What's your thoughts on vaccination, circumcision, and other major decisions for babies, or like yourself now? You know, because you got the COVID vaccine that's out here now, and hey, I mean, do you get at the children? You know, like those kind of things like that. So um, yeah, so but I think this is a good article. Like to look at and possibly um, talk about. Man, oh, somebody dropped something, but like that. Let's see, mental health. Yes. What about if you marry somebody and they come into mental health, having mental health issues? Are you going to stay with them and try to help them, or what? That's a good one right there. Are you going to be there to support them because marriage is a commitment. You know, marriage is a commitment, and I mean, you just can't go running out on somebody, like that, So, yes, yes, everyone should learn their love languages. Yes, 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 yes. So, you know, um, I just jumped on for a little while today. I wasn't really really trying to talk about. Now I like to touch base with my peoples on Mondays. I'm gonna try to have a show this week to talk about something, you know, maybe credit repair, something like that. I'm gonna try to have somebody, or somebody who has like a business and want to talk about their business. Just let me know. Hit me up before Thursday though, so we could line it up and we could like get this thing straightened out like that. So. Uh, as you can see, I'm working on my wall on the back. Getting things together. That picture, that picture right there. One of my frat brothers actually drew this picture, and I really liked it. And I asked him if he had any prints. He had some prints, and I purchased it off of him. Uh, and I have another print that's coming real soon from another brother who's an artist that I really liked, and I'm gonna stick it up there in the back there. So um, it's all good. Uh, so yeah, and hey, did y'all talk about how you plan on raising your children before you got married? Like maybe, you know, you were coming from different religious backgrounds, or you're not into religion all that much. What kind of schools you want to have your kids go to? Like those kind of things. Um, some things you may need to discuss. It's a lot of things that you need to discuss before you get married. And hey, what about providing and caring for your parents? I'm coming up on that. Matter of fact, my sister and I dealing with that right now. Parents get older, and like, how are you going to deal with them and taking care of them? But look, I've been on for a little bit. I'm gonna close this out. Um, I appreciate the folks that joined today. I didn't really, like, announce this, but I think that what I'm gonna have to do, I'm gonna have to schedule my shows and just tell the time that people gonna come out there, because I really like to have more people, with this subject, or the subjects that I'm gonna talk about. But let me tell you, it's been real. It's been real, people, and I appreciate those who joined me today. Hey, thanks for sharing the love with me. And what we talked about today was, and you go back and listen to the whole show if you can. 21 things that people don't talk about enough before they get married. See ya. Now this thing is tripping.